let's face it, you put a lot of time and effort and blood and sweat and tears and resources into your projects, and you should be darn proud of what you do. Today it's a Talk About It Tuesday, and that's our subject matter. I had an experience just the other day I thought I'd share with you, and I wanted to bring it back around and offer you some encouragement when it comes to working on your projects. But the cool thing about this one is it doesn't just have to apply to car projects. It can actually apply to any part of your life. I'm Mike. You are watching My Car Shop. I had somebody out to the shop this weekend whom I've known for nearly 45 years. He's been kind of, in my life, but not really in tune with my life for a long time. And he's kind of come back around again a little bit, and we spent some time just going through all of the projects and everything that's been going on. And he made a comment like, "Oh, I really didn't have any idea how far you've come and everything you've been doing all of these years." And that's cool. You know what? It's totally fine. That's the way life is, and that's no problem. And I found myself feeling very proud of everything that I do and everything that I have accomplished and all the skills that I've learned and the skills that I continue to learn. Now, let me clarify that one of the quickest tickets to slavery is to give a crap about what anybody thinks about anything. But that doesn't mean we can't appreciate it when somebody appreciates what we do and what we accomplish and the products that we turn out. You should be proud of what you do. And yeah, maybe what you turn out is not a carriage built, concourse, perfect project. But if you're happy with it, that's really all that matters. The biggest ticket to slavery is living your life trying to impress everybody else. And I see that way too much in the hobby. I see people overextend themselves and spend way too much money because they're trying to impress everybody with the best paint job in town, or the fastest car in town, or the best built motor, or this, that, or the other thing. If you're like me, you tend to be your own worst critic when it comes to your own work. Now, I've always felt that way, that I look at what somebody else has, and their stuff is better than what I have, and they did it right, and I didn't do it right. It's called imposter syndrome in the psychological world. And, you feel like you're a fraud and everybody else is good. And, of course, the car community, while it can be tremendously supportive and encouraging for the most part, there are the elitists, there are those lug nuts, there are those ashtrays who come in and they know the right way to do everything, and you don't measure up. And, well, be on YouTube for a hot minute, put out some content, and you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. But you're not alone in that, and that's what I'm here to do. I'm here to say to you, maybe it doesn't match up with what the elitist experts, original air in the spare guys say it should be. But the motto here at My Car Shop is this: make it safe, make it done, and have fun. What else really matters? I mean, let's face it, whether we want to admit it or not, everything that we're building, we are definitely prolonging the end of it, but most of it is not going to live forever. Eventually in the future, somebody's not going to give a crap about this stuff, and a lot of it's going to get turned into the fenders on a 2075, whatever they happen to have, a Jetson spacecraft. Who knows what it's going to be like in 50 years. But point being, it's all going to end up, moth rust will destroy it. Moth, rust, and mice. Yeah, those are the killers of all earthly goods. So let's keep it all in perspective. We're not going to be around when it's long gone, and if we're having fun with it, does it matter if it has a 32nd of Bondo in it versus a 16th of an inch of Bondo or whatever? Not really. And again, it's in the context of the specific car you happen to be working on. If you're dealing with a 7 or 8 figure car, yeah, okay, maybe you want to go the extra mile and primo quality and stuff like that. But if you're dealing with most of the junk that I deal with, which is cars that came out of the junkyard, cars that nobody else would touch, things that are so rusted in the ground, people shake their head and say, can you possibly even fix that? That's the stuff that I love to do. I don't care what anybody says. This is a fact. Perfectionism is the enemy of progress. You want to do things with excellence. You definitely want to put your best forth effort. But if you do something and you go, probably could have done that a little bit better, take a long, hard look at the context of the project and cut yourself some slack. My philosophy is learn from this one and apply what you learn to the next one. Are there mistakes that I've made on stitches? Of course there are. Are there things I could have done better? Of course there are. Am I going to go back and redo them? Nope, I'm not. Why would I do that on a car that came out of a junkyard pile with the roof crushed in and was modded from the firewall to the rear bumper? It doesn't make any sense. I'm not saying that as an excuse for shoddy workmanship, and I'm certainly not saying make things that aren't safe. Safety first. Always make it safe when you're making it done. But the reality is, if you're having fun and you're enjoying the process and you're enjoying the build, and it's a tremendous outlet for you, an escape from the stress and the pressure of the world, and you're making your own dreams come true, what the heck does it matter what somebody else thinks if they don't like it? A friend of mine, Keegan, just the other day posted, I don't remember what he did. He posted a car. I don't remember exactly what it was. Something was a Dart Sport or a Duster. And he had people, I don't remember what he did to it. I don't remember at all. But he had people flaming him. You ruined it. You ruined it. You ruined it. You know what ruining a car is? Ruining a car is crushing it in a crusher to the point that it's beyond being able to undo and restore. If you weld it in, you can cut it out. If you bolt it in, you can unbolt it. So all of this ridiculousness out here, keep it in perspective. If you're having fun and you're building it the way you want to build it, even though it may not be the way that I prefer, then let's encourage each other. Let's offer each other maybe some constructive criticism at the worst, but let's appreciate the fact that somebody has the initiative and the drive to actually do something instead of sitting their butt on the chair waving their fingers at how everybody's doing it wrong, but never doing anything themselves. But they've watched all the YouTube videos and they've watched all the TV shows and they've read all the books. They know how it's supposed to be done. Don't be embarrassed or ashamed of what you've built. Show it off. I'm not a big guy for car shows. I'm really not, partly because I used to do them professionally, and I got burned out really bad on car shows. But, big but, we shouldn't use the but word if you remember my other episode, but I'm going to stick my butt in here. Bring people into the shop that you trust. My shop's not open to just anybody. I vet everybody who comes through the door, or they don't come through the door. I sell a lot of stuff on Marketplace. Very, very few people are invited to the shop. I meet them at the Walmart parking lot or somewhere else. I'm very, very careful about who I bring in. Now, don't worry, I have all kinds of security measures in place around my shop, so I'm not dumb. But I still think that, advertising as far as bringing strange people into your shop is not a wise idea. But trusted friends, trusted family, show them what you're doing. They may not understand it, but at least they'll appreciate it, and they will recognize that you're sharing a part of your life with them. They should be paying attention, at least a little bit. So I'm going to wrap this up and encourage you with the story, and then end it with more encouragement for you. When I had my 1931 Model A restored Tudor sedan, I did that entire car in a house garage, a 3/4 size house garage. Beautiful car. I've talked about it before. I've shared pictures of it before. Aero straight body, beautiful hand-rubbed enamel, paint job, blah, blah, blah. Car was gorgeous. Way better than any factory Model A. And it was a restoration. It was not a hot rod. I had it at a show, and it wasn't even a show. It was we did a meeting, what do you call it? We would just all meet at the local Hardee's in the parking lot every Wednesday night at 6 o'clock or something, and we'd sit there for 3-4 hours, cruise around a little bit. Anyway, so people would stop by to look at the cars, and there was one guy going around looking at the cars, and he kept going around and around my Model A. When somebody spends a lot of time close to any of my cars, I get a bit nervous because I'm not totally trusting of people around a nice car. So I went over to talk to the guy and make sure he's behaving himself. He started nitpicking the most minute flaws in that car. And I was gracious. Yeah, I appreciate that. Thanks for pointing that out, blah, 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 for a while. And he just got to the point he was ridiculous. And so I looked at him and I said, so, which one of these cars here is yours? Well, I don't have a car here. Oh, okay. But what kind of car do you have? Well, I don't have a car. And I just went, and I turned around and walked away. Don't accept criticism from the armchair critics. And I found out later the guy's never had a car. He's just one of those guys who likes to nitpick everything. I guess it's envy, whatever you want to call it. You're bad enough on yourself, I know that. Most of us are overly critical of everything that we do. Don't be too hard on yourself. You're doing the best you can. For most of us, this isn't our entire life. We're doing this because we love it. We're doing this because we have fun. Yeah, maybe you'll get something done and go, I probably could have done better than that. Resolve yourself that you're going to do, apply what you learned to the next one, and move on. Move on. It's okay. It doesn't have to be perfect. Make it safe. Make it done. And most of all, don't lose sight of the fact that the whole point of this is having fun. All right, that's going to do it for this one. We'll catch you on the next one. Like, share, subscribe. Also, we have channel memberships. So if you haven't joined the channel memberships, you get all kind of behind-the-scenes stuff that nobody else sees. Plus, you get sneak peeks of the videos before they come out. So don't miss out on that. In the meantime, I'm Mike. I appreciate you being here. We got merchandise. Check that out down there. Go over to Schultz Sign Company to get your merchandise. And one more thing, because it is the most important thing here at My Car Shop.